Welcome to More Than Mindset, the only podcast that bridges the gap between spirituality and success. Go beyond the mind with clarity and confidence coach Kim Guillory and learn how to integrate your passion to serve with your skills and experience to create a business you love. Let's get started.
Hello, and welcome back to the show, which is officially the More Than Mindset show again. So we do have the Boss Up series, so you can still catch those where I'm interviewing other business owners, what they are doing to be successful, and also wellness practitioners. Thanks for your patience and for coming in and hanging out with me for this many weeks. So I am packed up, literally. I've got stuff in my car. I'm heading to the 10th annual biohacking conference. And the reason I did that this year is because I started looking for, I wanted like an ice plunge and infrared sauna. I was just kind of deciding what I was going to get. As I've talked about on the show before, I always make purchases and investments in my health and the wellness business at the end of the year. And there were so many options that I got confused. And where there is confusion, there is no buyer. So I did not buy because I was confused. I wasn't sure what I was looking for. And there's this thing about the next new, right? So it's always the next new. I was talking to a client today who is selling one of these water companies, water filters, and it was kind of the same thing. She was talking about the different series and the one that she had, and now there's this new one. And I was like, see, that confuses the buyer. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, marketing and money mindsets. And I always bring topics to the show that I'm actually dealing with in my own business, my personal life, and real client stories. So that is what I'm doing today. Let me get back. Let me get back to what I was saying about the biohacking conference. So I was looking for equipment. I was ready to make the purchase. I contacted quite a few companies, actually. The one where you just go into this big dome and it kind of does this stuff. It took them weeks to get back to me. By that time, the deduction was over. So that's the first thing is, guys, if you're selling something, do your follow up. There are people waiting to give you money because you're not following up. You're missing out on it, which in this case may have been a good thing. So I ended the year investing in mentorship instead of in equipment. And I purchased the biohacking conference ticket back in, I don't know, November, December of last year, knowing that I was going to prepare for whatever that investment was going to be this year. I wanted to go and try some things out. I wanted to see what was on the market. I wanted to hear testimonials from people who also use the devices. And I figured this conference would be the place to do it because it's the 10th annual. So I'm hoping there are going to be a lot of people there, a lot of stories, spas, clinics, practitioners. I assume these are my people who are going to be there. If you've been before, let me know. I'm really curious to talk to anyone else who has gone if this happens to get to you before that's over. In the meantime, I'm just hoping to meet other practitioners like myself, consumers of biohacking, gadgets. I am definitely a geek gadget. I'm kind of hoping to restrain myself. So let's talk about marketing and money mindset and which is most important to get more clients. You probably already guessed it, right? I was just on a call with a client and it is just, well, this is most of my clients whenever they first come in. There is just a lot of drama and distraction around social media, getting followers, getting engagement. How do I get more leads? How do I get in front of more people? I hear you. I am you. This is something I have dumped a lot of money into. And I'm telling you, what gives me the most return on investment, 30 years running, by the way, 30 years of data, what gives me the most return on investment that is guaranteed is organic. Meeting people, gaining trust, serving them in advance, helping them get what they want, and they are more than happy to invest in the service. That is hands down the thing that has worked every single time. I had a consult today and he said, I've been watching your stuff, which remind me to come back to some Google data. And you've done a really good job narrowing down your market, finding people just like me. I am your ideal market. And I see that you have figured this out. I'm already sold. We call this a pre-sold client. He needed to know one thing, and that is, how much does it cost to work with you? What does that look like? And that is what you want with your clients. If you want to get more clients, you need to put out content that is speaking directly to those people that you serve, solving the problem that they have. I pulled this up earlier this week. I was sharing it with my group, so I'll just share it with you. According to a Google Studio, it takes 7 hours of content exposure to turn a stranger into a buyer. 7 hours of content exposure. So I've done over 300 podcast shows, even because I had a podcast before this podcast, believe it or not. I have been doing lives on social media for years. I have been doing free consultations. I've been doing coach calls, 10-week intensives, 6 weeks advanced coach trainings. Like, I have so much content out in the market that someone can literally happen across my name and just sit there and watch and get way more than 7 hours. So my question to you is, do you have 7 hours of content speaking to your ideal client about their problem and giving them some value, helping them get some wins before they ever meet you? So like this show, for example, I'm talking about marketing and mindset. I'm giving you some true real-time data from Google, but also from me and my 30 years of business experience. I opened my doors 30 years ago. I have been serving clients for over, is that a century or a decade? I don't even know. What's 25 years? A quarter of a century. And works every single time. I've never lost money. I've always had a return on my investment meaning my time, energy, focus in building relationships, solving the problem that I know about. I don't like go try to solve someone else's problem. I am genius. My wheelhouse is in organic business growth, getting clients, making money with a large profit margin, like how to do that without losing your mind. That is what I specialize in. That is my wheelhouse. And I work with wellness practitioners who want to grow their clinic as it is. So helping them like manage their belief, their mindset, and actually structure and stay in the railroad tracks, like stay clean, don't get distracted, organize your business, and help your people win. I also help practitioners become coaches. That's my other wheelhouse. The mind body coach training is out of the world, this world, the most impactful tool that any human can come across. I say that with so much competence and confidence that the integrative mind body coaching is an amazing product. I've heard the need for it to be on, like it was on the Joe Rogan podcast, Andrew Weil and he were talking about it. And it is the thing, it is the user's manual for humans. And if I can help wellness practitioners and individuals self-master, take responsibility, and do it in a way that my messaging is clear, that they trust and value me, then the money mindset is going to win over marketing. And when I say marketing, I'm talking about digital marketing done by someone else. When I am coming online, when I'm doing this show today, when I'm going live on Instagram or Facebook, when I'm doing a free training, a webinar, when I'm coaching my clients, which I do, gosh, like 20 something hours a week, that is marketing. when I'm talking about the results that they can get. And I'm speaking directly to their problem, directly to my niche. That is marketing. That is organic marketing. I am doing it. I'm showing up online. I'm making sure it can be found. Digital marketing has kicked my ass for 8 years. That is something that the tricks and all the little gadgety things that people do to get a bunch of likes and follows, I've got to do some mindset around that. And a big part of it is because I know so many people who have vanity metrics, which means they have a lot of followers. They might even have a lot of engagement and they don't have money. They're not making money. How are they helping people? They're entertaining them online and they're not getting paid for it. And so I get some shit about that. And I try to be nice, but it keeps coming out. It keeps coming out. Matter of fact, every time I dump thousands of dollars into it and don't get a return, I get so angry. And now I know what has been missing and I am on a mission to fix it. But more than that, it's how I can help you grow your business, help more people, and do it in a way that you don't lose your mind. And you're actually putting your energy into something that's working and that is serving and that is offering value. I think that's so much more important than being popular on frickin' Instagram that probably won't even be here till the end of our days. It's always what's the next? What's the next? What's the new? It's kind of like these biohacking gadgets. It's like you just can't keep up with the algorithms and you can't like get on top of the next newest trick. As soon as you figure it out, everyone else has figured it out and it's old news. It's like insane. So I am doing this show today to talk to you about doing it organically, old fashioned. I was listening to some podcast a couple of weeks ago. I heard Russell Brunson saying the same exact thing. They have been dumping a lot of money into Facebook ads, and now they're having to focus on relationship. Same thing with Grant Cardone. I'm in the 10X world. This is something Jared talks about all the time. Their sales are not coming from all of that focus and attention. It's coming from the guys who are picking up the phone, who are getting on calls with potential clients, closing the deal, and then serving them. It's the social media is just the entertainment, the exposure, the attention. It's like a magnet. It's attracting people to know what you do. But then it's your responsibility to get the 7 hours of content that they can consume to get to know you, to get to trust you, and to reach out and get on a consult with you. Then you need sales training, you need sales skills. So there's a lot of different components to getting clients. But one thing you can do without being like advanced trained in sales and marketing, there's one thing you can do, and that's reach out to your power base, which is people who already know you, people who know someone that knows you, people that maybe you went to school with, maybe it's their mother, maybe it's someone you worked with years ago. Your power base is people who know you exist, whether they know you directly or they just know about you. That is like a cash register. Those people will buy quicker than you running Facebook ads and somebody seeing you for the very first time that doesn't know anything about you, that hasn't consumed your content, and doesn't know anyone who knows you. Because there's a lot of distrust in the market right now, especially in the coaching world. Well, I say it's also in the wellness world. There's a lot of practitioners who made big claims who didn't deliver, and there's a lot of coaches who made big claims and didn't deliver. And so it's left a bad taste in a lot of consumers' mouths. They are now more hesitant, and we're seeing it not only as the economy shifted, but all of that experience has left them with skepticism. And so it is your job to serve, to show up, to to earn that trust. It is not just given because you're a pretty face online with 100,000 followers. Sorry. What do you have that can help them aside from cute reels dancing on your head or whatever the hell that's getting you all this popularity? I obviously have some shit about popularity. Okay. So I was never that girl. I never got that attention from that. Mine was always from being a real person, a straight shooter. And listen, guys, I'm just going to help you get what you want. And we're going to do it in a way that feels good to you. That's how I do things. My experience in the marketing world has not been that way. It's a lot of bait and switch because that's how the consumer has been trained to consume. So I don't know if I'm hurting myself by not wanting to play that game. I just think it's a lot of wasted time. And so, what I teach my clients is how to get actual paying clients and how to serve them in a way that they will remain clients. So, give them the value that they paid for. They're going to naturally refer you. They're going to naturally be excited about continuing to work with you. They're going to trust you. And because they're getting results, they can stay with you. So, these are things that go through my head on a regular basis. And I worry that my negative mind wants to start saying negative stuff, but instead, I'm going to just use it and use that information in order to help you get more clients. And that is by managing your money mindset. You really have to question your beliefs around money. If you are not serving clients and making the money that you want to make, you are focusing on the wrong thing. And I believe what you are focusing on is mental gymnastics over social media. That's going to be my guess. It's all about tech, Instagram, Facebook, followers, leads, engagement, attention. I hear this every day. And I'm curious, how many hours a day do you waste on that? Because it does not convert to clients. Getting attention just lets more people know that you exist. The way that you convert and get clients is by telling them what they need to hear, serving them, giving them something, being real. Don't do the bait and switch on it. Just talk to them about how you can help them. Give them some content so that they can go and follow and listen and make that decision on their own. Anyone can come to my podcast. They can start with episode 1, and they know I am all about holistic mind body healing. I'm all about integration. I think that that is the missing piece in the coaching and healing world. And I think it can change millions of lives. And so I have a mission to change millions of lives with holistic wellness modalities. Now, am I going to do this myself, going knocking on doors and hitting a million doors and affecting a million? No, I'm going to train other people in this modality that can help hundreds and thousands of people. And together we are going to impact the world. We're going to impact millions of people. So get really clear about what is it that you want to do at the end of the day. How much money do you want to make? How many clients do you want to serve? How many hours do you want to work? And what is the end game? And then let's do some data check on how many hours are you spending thinking about fucking social media? Because that is a waste. It's putting you in compare and despair. It's putting you in anxiety. It's pressuring you. And it doesn't pay. That's the problem. It doesn't pay. If it paid, I would say all day long, go and do it all day long. But it doesn't. All you have to do is get really, really clear on who you help and how you describe their problem and present a solution. Then use social media to put that content out in a way that feels good to you. So it might look like doing a video and then chopping that video into different breakpoints and then using those like some little 15, 30-second little clips and then use those on your social media because people can't consume. Like my podcasts have been only 20 minutes long because people can't consume longer than that. So I'm curious for you. Do you think it's marketing over money mindset, or do you think it's money mindset over marketing, or do you think it requires all of it? Personally, I believe to get more clients, you need to do all of it, but I prefer organic marketing over Facebook ads and just a lot of attention that doesn't land the right people because organic marketing speaks directly to my customer. I know what their problem is, I know what their pain point, and I know what the solution is. And so in organic marketing, all I have to do is put the content out, get on a call with them, have a few conversations, 8 to 12 touch points, by the way. So if someone's telling you no the first time, you just haven't earned it yet. Keep going. You're you're putting in a lot of effort because that's what you do to build a business. No one gets to just sit there, look pretty, get 1 million followers, and make $1 million, guys. I don't know who lied about that, but just get rid of that idea. Let's get out there and go help some people. There's nothing better. It's the most amazing feeling in the world whenever my clients start celebrating $7,000 months, $5,000 months, $3,000 days. Like, that's exciting when they heal their body, when their headaches are gone forever, when they don't have back pain anymore, when they actually don't do the next surgery because they figured out how to heal their own body because now they know how to master their life. A lot of these problems are coming from relationship issues. It's coming from some old habits and behaviors that are not serving you anymore. And that feels good to be able to offer people to heal their body, heal their mind, their bank account, their relationships, actually get them more in touch with their spiritual beingness and how they move through the world, creating amazing, beautiful things that actually creates a better place for all of us to live. All right. I will let you know what I find at the biohacking conference. I'll do a show on it. I'm actually going to do some lives if you go and follow me on Instagram. I'm going to check out a few things. I plan on spending a lot of time in the showroom asking questions and trying things out, and I will report back to you. All right. Have an amazing week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of More Than Mindset.